I guess in talking about aluminum yesterday or today, he's trying to accomplish something else. He would like to have more manufacturing jobs in the United States, but for sure it won't be in the aluminum business.
So what I heard there was that our federal government is greenlighting resource delivery out of Eastern Canada to international markets over the Atlantic, while also killing our ability as Western Canadians to get our product through Eastern Canada. That's what I'm hearing them do.
We've got a video from Premier Legault saying there's not much risk of U.S. tariffs harming Quebec's aluminum or aluminium, depending on what part of the British Empire you're from, suggesting the province could find a balance by selling to Europe and Asia. Or, you know what, you could just get more money from Alberta. There's that too.
There's that. It's really interesting that Quebec can sell their aluminum and steel products to Asia and to Europe, but Western Canadians can't sell their oil and natural gas to Asia or Europe. How interesting.
Ain't that something? Let's hear this clip.
Explain to me why you are so confident that the Quebec aluminum industry can ship from the United States as a customer and ship to Europe. Why are you so confident that can happen?
Okay. First, when you look at the world, you look at the needs and the production, they are equal. So you may decide not to ship as much to United States. Somebody will ship, but there's a balance. There's no overcapacity, maybe except for a part of China. But China, they don't deliver. They don't export, how do you say that, primaire aluminum, non-transformed, all right? They don't do that anymore. So there's not much risk for the aluminum business in Quebec because there's no overcapacity. So if the United States decide to buy aluminum from Asia or from Europe, then we'll sell to Europe and Asia. So there's a balance. So it's not much risk. I think the risk is for Mr. Trump because in the United States, they use every year 5 million tons of aluminum and they only produce 700,000 or 800,000, which is 14% of their needs. We supply Quebec supply 60% of their needs. So they are in a bad position for sure. So that's why I say it doesn't make sense for him. Nobody believes that he can produce more aluminum. And I was with the big companies today. Nobody believes that he can make more aluminum in the United States. So he's not in the good position for aluminum. So I guess in talking about aluminum yesterday or today, he's trying to accomplish something else. He would like to have more manufacturing jobs in the United States, but for sure it won't be in the aluminum business.
So what I heard there was that our federal government is greenlighting resource delivery out of Eastern Canada to international markets over the Atlantic, while also killing our ability as Western Canadians to get our product through Eastern Canada. That's what I'm hearing them do.
Yeah.
Well, America, you want to play hardball? Fine. We'll just take all of the aluminum that we typically ship to you and we'll ship it somewhere else. Meh. This is what I'm hearing. If they can greenlight this, if they can greenlight the sale of aluminum from Quebec to go to Asia and Europe, they can greenlight the delivery of Western Canadian oil and gas just as easy. Why aren't they not doing that? Like right now.
Right. I mean, we listened to Justin Trudeau say there's no business case for LNG for I don't know how long until the potential buyers of our LNG have gone now hat in hand to President Trump, who struck deals with them to buy our LNG. We can't get our resources offshore in Western Canada.
Mm-hmm.
It is a disgrace. Someplace that is as mineral and oil and gas rich as Canada. We can't, at least in Western Canada, we can't get anything to export markets. We could be like Singapore. We could be like Dubai. But
could we? Could we?
Infinitely wealthy, but we just can't.
We would be one of the richest. We'd be one of the richest nations on earth. We'd be one of the richest nations on earth if it weren't for the federal government kneecapping us at every opportunity. Hey guys, just real quick, the countries that produce the most amount of aluminum are China, India, Russia, Canada at number 4. But why is Canadian aluminum being shipped to Asia when China is the number 1 producer of aluminum? Why would they do that? Why would they import Canadian aluminum when China has so much? Makes sense.
I think Legault is overconfident there.
Yes. Yeah, I think so too. The United States is all the way down the list at number 12. So Canada's at number 4. The United States is at number 12. But make no mistake, Trump and JD Vance and Elon are listening. They are listening to all of the Canadian premiers saying, well, if you don't, we'll just send our business elsewhere. What they'll do is ramp up their own production of aluminum, because it's not like they don't have it, but now they're going to find themselves in a deficit for aluminum. They're just going to develop it themselves and close any opportunity for Quebec to ever do business with America again. Like, I just don't know who is advising these people.
I think the same people who were behind the nonsense with Canada Post and their strike during the Christmas season. And now small businesses are like, you know who we can't count on in trust when we need them? Canada Post. And so I think the same union-y types are currently advising the premiers, like, just,
that makes sense. That makes so much sense when you say it like that. Yes.
It's the same business plan. Really show these people, and you know what's going to happen? They're just going to take their business elsewhere. No small business I know is going to trust Canada Post when you need them. And we're just showing the Americans, when you need us,
we're not going to be here. We're just going to be somewhere else at that time. So, I just can't. I can't believe how hard Canada is mishandling this trade war and these. I just can't. I simply can't believe it. They should have taken a Danielle Smith approach, diplomacy and hustle, and we would be ahead by 100 at this point, but we did not. She did a post on X today showing all of the premiers lined up in a row. So it only took 6 weeks to get all of the premiers down to Washington to do our own lobbying. But she showed a picture of herself at the podium, and watching the other premiers, like her picture is excellent. She's at the podium, but so it's the picture. Yeah, it's the.
She looks like the prime minister right there.
Like, okay, can we zoom in on some of the other premiers, because there is some stink eye happening. Yes. It must be terrible to get shown up by Alberta's premier, and yet that's exactly what you're going.
Oh yeah, there is side eye. Look at Wob Canoe. He's like.
Wob Canoe is like giving the side eye to somebody. Look at that! Look at Doug. Doug looks very, very miserable to be there. Like, this woman. This
Legault's got to be really rubbed the wrong way. The only one who seems like there's Scott Moe. He's like, right on.
Oh, hi, it's Ezra Levant here in Toronto with an important message, because we need your help. Independent journalism in Canada is under attack. Government censors, big tech deplatformers, and the dying legacy media are all working together to maintain exclusive control on the information you receive. They don't want you to hear other voices like ours, and they really don't want you to be informed and to think for yourself. That's why the work we do here at Rebel News is so important. Our on-the-ground reporting, independent news shows, and special content you won't find anywhere else. It's all designed to give you trustworthy information and alternative viewpoints so you can decide for yourself. We don't get government money, and we are not owned by some big global conglomerate. We're funded by people just like you, so please support independent journalism and help us continue our work by subscribing and becoming a Rebel News Plus member today, right here on the page. Go to rebelnewsplus.com.